Welcome back to your channel. My name is Brad and Supercoach Pro. Today's video we are doing a round 18 Supercoach review. We've got 5 rounds left to go now, so yeah, lost a bit of ranking. I think this is the furthest I've been out this season, 2485 now. Not looking great, still overall top 1%, so that's the main thing. And yeah, real shame that I've dropped out of that top 1500 sort of ranking. And yeah, biggest downfall I think I've had this year, going down 778 spots. On the positive side, I still have 3 trades left. And yeah, the team's looking alright as far as depth and whatnot. So, get stuck into it. I kind of had a bad feeling on the Friday night that my team wouldn't do well after a lot of people had Bont scoring 181. So, the antipod strikes again. Same with players like Sinclair and stuff like that. The highly owned ones in 30% of teams, like Track as well, went nuts. So that really kills you. It's not so much your own team, it's what the players you don't have that hurts you, especially once everyone's upgraded their side. So, I actually thought I scored decently everywhere, really. You look at Dawson, I won't go into an explanation on how they played and whatnot, because there tends to be a drop off this time of year and people actually watching your videos and whatnot because they've run out of trades. So, 92 from Dawson, he's been a solid pick all year. I think he slowed down that last quarter because I could have sworn he was on 92 3/4 time or something like that. So, not sure what happened to him there. 114, the Sis has been an unbelievable pick this season. So, he's gone right for me. Dawson's gone right for me. Doc's been pretty good trading overall. Hewitt was a great pick as well, 94. I think I started with him. And short 100 has sort of bounced back over the last couple of weeks. I think last week he scored 96. So 91 for Crisp, not too bad either. Considering these are defenders, I'm not expecting 110 from every one of them. In the back line, looking at it now, probably just losing a player like Sinclair, which does hurt you. Where his cover is alright at 77, you don't hate that at all. Ambrosius didn't play. He actually played the VFL. I don't know how well he did. When I saw the VFL stats, he actually kicked the goal. So maybe he becomes a loop in the back line. Not quite sure. Laird was my VC, and obviously I took that 154 to the bank. He had, I think, a new record of 20 tackles, which hasn't been done before in AFL history, from what I believe. Took solid 110, Neil 121. McRae 128, and they're not VCs you really want to take. You sort of want to take a 140 plus VC to make it worth the punt. And Mills the last couple of weeks has turned the corner, so probably had a good price if you're looking for a last upgrade. 5 weeks to go, 116, not bad. Cripps 84, that hurts. So just looking at that midfield's pretty shocking. Butters 74 and Green 49, so that's where you lose. Probably 150 points, 200 points between there. So instead of going, 2-2-8-6, you don't got Oliver there, so that's a potential 100-point loss. So you could easily make 2-5-2-6 and be par for the round, but just this midfield with Oliver being out really hurts me. Darcy and Cameron, not great either, 94, 78. Max Gorn went 50-something this week. Witts went 70 or 80 or something like that. So English went 50, so there's nothing I can do about the ruck line. Goldstein would have been the plan, but I just didn't want to do that 6 weeks to go in terms of any injuries. I didn't want to drop down to 2, but this week I'll make a move. Cogs 95, solid 84 for Brody. I think he is a little bit affected by Fife's return, but there's no point trying to fix something in the forward line because overall it's pretty solid. 92 from Parker, Dunkley 80, Taranto 85, Heaney 104, and Hawkins on the bench for 98. So really, I was maybe 10 points there if I sort of have swapped, Butters forward and played Hawkins. But then, look, it's only 24 points and you would have scored 2-3. So probably not too much more I could have done with my side this week. I hope Oliver comes back this week or else I'm sort of stuffed. I'm thinking to use one trade for Green. It's back-to-back 50s for me that just can't cut it. I haven't had a look at Supercoach because Supercoach's been broken since it opened about 20 minutes ago. So if you go players you can afford, I don't mind going to 2 trades considering I've got 24 premiums, so to speak. Um, Never touching this guy. He's pathetic. The barometer he calls himself. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing great. I mean, great if you bought Dry Carly in for some cover for Oliver because he did better than Green and players like Cripps as well. So, um, not too much I can do in the midfield. Stephen May I could bring in. I don't hate that pick. He's better than Tom Green anyway. Have a look at the others in the forward line and see if there's any forward DPP that's valuable. And I only need them to go big in the last 5 weeks. Wouldn't touch Dusty or the Hammy. Lipinski not interested. Gresham not interested. 3 around average. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any trade plans going 5 weeks left. Could I do something on the ruck? Potentially I could. Nothing there either, to be honest. It doesn't look like there's too many great options forward of actually getting rid of Green. So this one makes it hard at that price at 447. You don't really want to use 2 trades to get rid of a fake primo. So probably someone that has a good 5-week run and you think can do okay would be the ideal situation. And yeah, there's no one that really stems to mind. Anyone here that I can see? Chera could be a smoky. But if I'm honest, I probably prefer Stephen May. Let's see what they've got coming home. What's he scoring like anyway? Let's have a look. Stephen May scores 87, 89, 15. That was when he got injured or knocked out or whatever it was. I can't remember. 66, 108, 97, 89. So maybe someone like May could potentially play. But regardless, I'm going to flick Green off anyway. So, yeah, I'll figure out maybe there's someone I haven't looked at or even Prestia potentially. He could be cheap enough to buy. Richards Fisher's alright. Somehow we're still in the top 8. I could grab Prestia if I wanted to. He obviously had that injury-affected game. But his scoring this year has been pretty decent from what I remember. As a Tiger supporter, at least, it'd be giving me something to look forward to. Hopefully he doesn't pull a hammy or something because he is pretty injury-prone. This year, his scoring's actually been pretty decent too. Like, he's always been a good scorer. It's just always been about injury affected. Like, you can see he played 29 minutes, scored 42, but when he gets a full game, 112, 104, 105. Didn't play a full game here, so he scored 59. So he always has explanations for his scoring bad. But when you can see he's got full time on ground, he actually does score well. 97, 126, 114. Didn't play a lot of minutes here and here, 95, 96. Didn't play a lot of minutes either against Gold Coast. And yeah, maybe they're trying to ease Prestia back in, but he's got Freo, Brisbane, Port Adelaide, Hawthorn, and Richmond. So he could be a smoky. He'd definitely be a pod. Someone, he's not even in 1% aside. So I'm kind of willing to risk it at this point because I hate Tom Green. So he plays all right against Freo from the last time, played against Brisbane last time, pretty decent. And averages okay against Port. So yeah, could do something like that with him. Not too sure at this stage. Obviously, never got to see my side post rankings. So, yeah, awesome spots. See what we can do for the last 5. Go down to 2 trades with just over a month of footy left. And I'm happy to do that at this stage because a lot of the other big dogs have about 2 trades left. So, that's a short and sweet video for my review. I want to drop off this time of year, so there's probably no point going into too much detail, to be honest. But, yeah. See how we go. Hopefully we can move up in some rankings and, yeah, go from there. So, have a good week. And like I said before, any questions, just chuck them in the comments below. See ya.